everyone. This is Janice Saylor coming to you from KLVW-TV in the beautiful Manchester, New Jersey. This is my co-host here, Simone Shepard. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. How are you?
I'm wonderful. So they say.
So they say. Well, that's okay. Well, we're going to talk, it's Valentine's Day this
Coming
month.
up.
Yes. So we're going to talk about
Valentine's Day. Valentine's. Love.
Love, yes. And since we're out of the hat, we have all these little questions that we're being, or not questions, subjects that we're going to talk about.
Yes.
So we, with all our love, we give to the village our first.
Well, you want me to pick first?
Yes, you pick first.
Roses.
Oh.
Roses.
Roses.
I've received roses. Roses. I love roses. But then I'm a gardener, as everybody knows. I don't grow very many roses because they don't press well.
Okay.
My favorite rose is Peace. It's a beautiful, it's yellow with pink edges, and it's gorgeous. I had one where I used to live, and it was beautiful. But roses all have special meanings.
Okay.
These days, I don't know, they've got a meaning for every color under the rainbow, but red, I know, is romantic love. Pink is sincere love.
Where do you find those?
What, sincere love or pink roses?
Both.
A florist will always.
Okay,
At this time of the year, florists do more rose business than they do any other time of the year.
Right.
Let's see, white is pure love, and yellow is friendship.
Oh.
The rest, I don't know, because these days you can get roses in any color you want. There's even a rose that supposedly has maybe 6 or 7 colors in it. They're variegated.
Do you know how they do that?
Well, it has to be, of course, the word is going to escape me.
Well, we're older now.
It's not cross-pollinated. It's, they cut it and put 2 together.
Right.
Darn it, I don't remember what.
Well, but Simone,
yes.
tell the people that don't know you what you do that you know about dried flowers and stuff like that.
I press flowers. I grow them all in my garden. Once in a while I will get stuff from a florist, things like baby's breath. If I need a lot of it, it's easy to get hold of. But most of the flowers I grow in my garden because several reasons actually. 1, because I can control what I'm getting. 2, because I love wildflowers and it's illegal to go and get them.
It is?
It's illegal to pick flowers out in the wild.
But it's not illegal to buy a gun.
No, but you do have to have a license.
Okay.
Whether you can get a license to press flowers, I don't know. I've never explored that. Okay. But it's a thought. But one of the most important reasons for growing your own is when you press them, you have to press them at the peak of their bloom and get them in that press as soon as you can. That's to get the best results. If you go out and buy them, they've been cut for days usually, and they've already started to deteriorate. But if I'm out in a garden, I take a little basket, I don't take any more than the basket will hold, and get those into the press, then go back and get some more.
You have a regular press?
Oh, I have several.
Oh, okay.
Large presses.
I'm sure they know you by now, and they've seen your work, but she makes these beautiful, beautiful pictures with pressed flowers in them, and she's at all the craft shows and she does all that, and it's really beautiful. It takes a lot of work.
It does.
Of course, she's such a lady. You know, we make such a wonderful pair because she's the lady from across the ocean and I'm the slob from over here in Jersey. Okay, I'm going to take another one, okay?
Yes, go for it.
Oh, Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, as we said, it's coming up.
Yes, it's coming.
I love Valentine's Day. I used to love it more. When I was a kid, it was a lot more fun. in England, growing up in England, back then, I don't know if it's still the same now, but we would send Valentines. It was a real romantic thing. Children didn't send Valentines.
Oh.
It was lovers, or if you were attracted to somebody. But the fun thing was that you didn't put your name on it.
Oh.
You sent it and nobody knew who it came from. And I kept them. I've got them in a scrapbook somewhere from way back when I was a teenager.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes,
I believe you. No, I believe you.
But we would go to great lengths as a girl. It was fun. If there was a guy, I mean, I was working at a place that transported vehicles from the factory to the dealers, and so we had a lot of guys working out in the shed and out in the garage and places.
Out in the shed.
And if you had a thing for a guy, you know, you could send a Valentine. Or the girls in the office, we would have the guys take these Valentines and mail them hundreds of miles away, so that to totally confuse the recipient, because it was just more fun that way.
You see, the British are very sneaky when it comes to love.
Actually, I think they're reserved.
Oh, is that it?
I think it is.
Well, I think you're pretty wild, my friend.
Oh, okay.
You just keep it to yourself. and you do make beautiful. I had the first one you ever gave me, I guess I was having a bad time for a change, and it said breathe.
Yes.
Oh, I dropped my
Yes.
t-shirt. All right, let's see what I can find here. Okay, love at first sight. I don't know.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
No. I think that's lust at first sight.
I believe in lust at first sight.
Yes.
Yes.
But love, no.
I believe in love at first encounter.
Why? What do you mean in first encounter?
Well, if you spend time, you know, with someone, if you actually get involved in conversation and whatever, I think that you can start. You can start a relationship. Yes. You get a feeling that you have clicked with this person, and there's something that you want to see them again.
And then the next time you see them, you say, "Oh God, what did I ever see in him?" Yes, there is. If anyone watched the Grammys last night, it was a perfect example of love. Everyone loved everyone, because there were every kind of person there you can imagine. There were straight, there were transgender, there were black, there were white, there were Spanish, and all fat, and fat is in, by the way.
Fat, apparently, yes.
Yes, fat is in.
Yes.
It's it's loving yourself, loving your body, fat or skinny. So I'm going to gain a few pounds, maybe I could get a TV promotion job or something. But it was very interesting to see how there was a transgender woman, and I don't remember who it was. She had a red veil on, if anyone saw this, and her partner had a red, some kind of coat or something on, I don't know. But it was okay in that show because she said she was a transgender woman, and she was the first transgender woman to receive an award. So that was a pretty big thing.
Yes.
But that was a perfect show, showing that everyone can be together, everyone can get along, fat, skinny, black, white, everything. Everybody was hugging and kissing. It would be wonderful if our village could take that attitude. But we won't go there. We
won't get into that today.
No, we won't. But I think that the world is so afraid of feeling. I don't know. I think people are afraid of just feeling something. And if you like someone or you love someone, like you could love a friend, it doesn't have to be a sexual love.
Right.
So right away they say, well, those two are together. So they don't even, they all have to talk. So sometimes we're forced to keep all those feelings inside, or don't walk too close to me, don't walk here, don't walk there. So it is strange how everything is really changing, and it's scary and frightening. Do you think? No, because you're in love.
When you say everything is changing, and isn't it scary? Everything is not scary. You'll have to be more specific if you want an answer on that one.
Well, I think people are just not nice, and people are afraid to put themselves out there.
There's this big political correctness that I think is got everybody on edge. I think that's part of the fat is in thing. I think that I saw, I think it was the Christmas parade where there were a lot of dancers outside Macy's, and there were some very large women in there. And for the first time, I had never seen that before. And I thought, isn't that wonderful that you can now, you know, it doesn't matter how tall or short, because, a long time ago, I was a dancer. And I remember this was when I was still in England, and I went to London and spent time going to auditions and stuff. But, because I had failed, I have to go back a little bit.
Okay.
I grew up with everybody expecting me to be a ballerina. I mean, every little girl wants to be a ballet dancer, but I was actually good at it. And I studied for 14 years, and I went and tried out for the Royal Ballet. But I flunked the orthopedic test. I didn't even know there was an orthopedic test. How do you study for an orthopedic test? They put you on at a doctor's office, they put you on a slab, and they pulled you this way and that way and twisted and turned and prodded and poked, and decided that my hips were too big, my bones were too big altogether, that I would never make a ballerina, so okay, goodbye. It didn't matter how you danced, okay? So that devastated me. And I said, okay, well, I still want to dance. So I went up to London and I tried out for some auditions, but in order to be in any chorus, you had to be 5'6". I was 5'3". They didn't even see me dance. Nobody wanted to see me dance.
Yes, tall and thin and long legs.
It would be you. Okay, come to the front and then get their line up. Okay, the rest of you can go. It was an eye-opening, dreadful experience.
Well, competent, yes.
But now, you see, they're tall, they're short, they're thin, they're fat. Everybody's out there.
Well, maybe we can get you an audition now. If anyone is out there that's looking for a dancer, Simone will be glad to shake her booty.
I can still shake my booty, but there's a lot of other parts that don't move as well.
Right, or those parts that move with you when you shake it. So, but that's what I love about you, because when I first met you, and you were such a lady, and I thought, what am I going to talk to her about? And we had lunch a few times, and you are a real down-to-earth person.
Yes.
But because you're from England, you come about it differently, but we all have the same thoughts, the same, wants, and so I learned to love you right away. Isn't that sweet?
Yes,
now you should say I love you too.
Well, if you stop talking, you'll give me a chance.
Okay, pick a finger here. Pick a good
Hearts. What have we not said about hearts? Hearts.
Hearts can be broken.
Actually, until, what's today, Monday? Till Saturday, I had two hearts. One was right here, and the other one was in flowers, as we've discussed, over at the Artist Guild.
Okay.
The Ocean County Artist Guild. But it sold before they even got it up on the wall, which was heartwarming.
And sad.
Well, no, and sad, because it's a piece that I really loved. I've had it for a while, and I didn't expect to sell it. But then that's the way it goes. You put a price on it that you don't think anyone's going to pay.
Right.
And they see what you see in it.
That's right.
That's wonderful. That gives it a home. But hearts, I've often wondered where the heart symbol came from, because it's been around so long. Before, it vaguely resembles the human heart. You've got left side and a right side, and they're kind of, they kind of come to a point at the bottom. But how did they know back in the I don't know, the year 400 or something.
Well, I think,
how did they know that that was the shape of the heart?
because I think it was a religious symbol, I think, one time.
But how
Saint
did they
Valentine.
come up with that?
Oh, I don't know any. I'm not intelligent, but I didn't look it up. I should have paid attention, so I had something to say here. But I just take it from the cuff. But I don't know how. But they have now. It's wonderful to see the kids. Well, when my grandchildren were small, I always got Valentines from them.
Right.
My husband, and until I told him, stop sending me cards, just reuse the same one. It's a waste of money. Just change the date on it. Because my husband is very romantic. He's a crab ass most of the time, but he is, well, he's a good husband, and he likes to do those little things, but he doesn't like to spend a lot of money, so I try to go with him when he shops for me. That's a better way to do it.
Yes, yes.
But I don't know why they have hearts, but your heart, maybe because your heart is where you feel the love.
Oh, absolutely, because you don't feel it. We all know that it's up here, but this is where we feel it. I guess it's the adrenaline or something. It just makes your heart beat faster. And
yeah, I mean, I have a little dog now, a little Chihuahua, and I truly love him. I mean, he just fills my heart up, and it scares me because so does my great-grandson, and now I'm comparing my great-grandson to this little puppy. But he really, like I needed him in my life. I don't know, I always needed children, so I start with animals and my cat.
Right.
But it does give you a certain love. That's why they say pets are good for you.
yes.
And I think
That's why they're
true.
therapeutic, yeah.
They are therapeutic, more than people. Because people, especially now, people are just not together anymore. I just don't understand why at this stage people are looking for aggression, and I don't even want to talk about it. Let's pull another number here. I want to talk about love. Lust versus love.
Lust versus love.
Okay, let me hear the English version of love.
I don't know that there's an English version. Okay, lust versus love. Lust. Lust is wanting, craving. It's a purely sexual side of love.
See the side of her that nobody knows? This wild woman? No, I'm kidding. She's this wonderful, special lady.
No, that's...
don't be thinking.
You've thrown me off now. Now I'm going to stop and think before I say something.
No, it's okay.
Now, to me, when you talk about lust, it's that pure animal instinct. Whereas love, as we have said, comes from getting to know somebody and finding a connection and learning more and more and finding that you really care for this person and the two of you gel.
It's when you were younger, and did you ever meet someone that you just felt attracted to and had this lusting to be with him?
When I was younger, I had no lust. I don't know, how much younger do you want to go? When I was
what do you mean you had no lust? You always had someone in your life? I love it when she can't answer me. That's the best part. Come on. Get it out, come on.
Well, okay. I was a virgin until I was 20. Okay?
Oh, that's screwed up.
Never had the conversation with my mother. Okay? Had no clue what the whole thing was about. And the first relationship that involved lust as I perceive it or experience it was the father of my children.
Okay.
I mean, I had boyfriends, I went on dates, I had romantic connections, but didn't really know lust until I knew their father.
You're a pretty smart lady. I think I knew it all the time. No, I'm just kidding. That's why I had so many husbands. But I don't know. I mean, my mother never told us anything. Oh God, she couldn't talk about sex or anything like that. No, my family never. You learn it on the street. And
that's where I missed out. I didn't have a street.
No, you lived in the country.
No, I lived, wasn't really in the country, but it was up on a hill and in a very quiet area. There were no people my age for me to play with and get together and talk about these things. So, and I went to an all-girls school. So there you have it. I just, I missed out on that whole teenage lust.
Well, I remember, I guess I was 14. I didn't have lust. No, that wasn't for him. I had a boyfriend at 15. I lusted for her. And we kept in touch all through my life. But this guy at 14 had a car. And I thought that was cool, because I wasn't a goody girl. I was a bad girl. I did what no one else. I didn't listen to anybody. I just went. And we had a car. I'm going to learn how to drive. And his name was Merle Schlessel. I never will forget that name as long as I live. I was 14, and he was going to teach me how to drive, which he did. Now, there was no sex involved in it, petting, but not even that. So at that summer, when I was 15, my mother decided that I was going to have a nose job because I had a Jewish nose. And when I played the violin, and I have a classical side, and I walked on the stage, I would keep my head down. So we trailed off to Detroit, and I had a nose job. And I came back, I just looked like I got battered in the face, blue and black and blue. And he said, I know when you come back, you're not going to want me anymore. And I said, don't be ridiculous. Of course I will. Well, I came out of the train station, and there he was waiting for me. And I didn't want him. I've got all of a sudden, well, I could do much better than him. I mean, I wasn't so nice. Wow. and I think at that time, maybe I broke his heart, but he got over it and, and all that. But I wasn't, when I got my new nose, I just became a different person. Oh, yes, wow. Because I've put my head up now. But I still was insecure most of my life, until I met my husband, Richard. Now, that's a long time. I was in my 50s. And it showed me that someone near you has to give you that confidence to do anything you wanted to do. And he did that. Whatever I wanted to do was fine. It was good. He supported me. And I had never had that in my life. And that's a wonderful thing to have when you have a partner or someone that supports anything that you want to do.
Yes.
So I lusted after him, and I married him. And we're going to be married, I think, 39 years, maybe 38, I'm not sure. And the funny thing is, we're so opposite, but we're really happy.
Well, they say opposites attract.
Well, I don't know how much we attracted each other, but lust attracted us. He was alone and I was alone, and that's the next story. Okay. Family love.
Family love.
Yes. Family love is a very special thing.
Yes, it is. It's totally different.
Yes. And it's like, I'm very lucky. I don't have a lot of family. We're kind of the older ones in the family, my sister and I, everyone else is gone. But that love, when they come in the house and my grandchildren hug me or kiss me or say anything to me, that's a love that just lasts forever, and they can do no wrong.
Okay. Family love, I have a large family. Most of them are in England. So I don't get to see them very often. I've been back 26 times since I came to America. But even that is not a lot to be spending with your family. No. Over here, I have 2 children and 2 beautiful granddaughters. My children love each other, but they don't like each other.
Oh, that's good. It's interesting. They all are like that.
Yes. And this, I've heard a lot of people say, yes, that you can totally love someone and not like them.
Yes.
I wish that they liked each other. I wish that they would spend more time together. But they are just totally different people. They're like fire and ice sometimes. And they try to make up and be together, and then somebody will say something, and off it goes again. And so that's the way it is. But as a mother, you know, there have been times when I've been disappointed. You know, but there's been times when I've been so proud, but it doesn't change the fact that you still love them.
Of course.
Doesn't matter what they do, you still love them.
And sometimes they do something that isn't right and that you don't like.
Right.
But
you're still there for them, and you still support them, and you still love them.
I used to tell them, if you commit a murder, I will be there for you in court, defending you to the end. But if you lie to me, forget it. I'm not even going to deal with it.
No, well, once somebody lies to you, then you don't trust them on anything. And
no, we don't.
You don't know. If this is a lie, maybe that was a lie.
Right.
How do you know? You can't tell the difference.
No, you can't. And that's sad when you have that. But we try to keep our family together, our little family here. And I think it's important. We don't have all that. When I was growing up, I had my grandparents, my aunts, my uncles. We had card games together, Sunday dinners together, picnics in the park. We always had family. My aunts always had the family, when my grandparents were gone, and I then had the family, and then my kids started going all over the place, so we really don't have that much. But we always try at least once a month to have everybody together. And that's lovely. It fills my heart.
Yes.
And so that's the story of love. Is there anything that, we have another one in here. Let's see.
Is there any more love?
I don't know. Oh, romance. That's a good one.
Well,
go ahead.
Well, no, we've kind of...
We did the romance?
Romance. What have we not said about romance? Romance is wonderful. Romance makes you feel beautiful. You know, that's the stuff that makes your knees shake, and you can't talk about stuff, and you get all embarrassed, and it's sweet. It's lovely.
You know, I went to see a movie, Women Talking. And it was a very good movie, but a very sad movie. And then I'm reading a book. One was, the movie was not Amish, Mennonite women.
Right.
And my book is Hasidic people. And the men are just mean and cruel and have no respect for the women. And I think, well, how did that happen? Right. I mean, I have a son, and I always told him to be respectful to women, and he is. He's more respectful to his wife. Well, he's always been, yes, he is respectful to me too. But I wonder what makes these people so mean and cruel. I mean, where did they ever grow up? It was very sad to see this movie.
It's like they never left the caveman.
That's right. They
pulling his women along with their hair.
That's exactly what they never did.
And I think somewhere along the line, it got all messed up. I look around this village, and there are hundreds of widows. Now, I remember when I was a teenager, I had a crush on a star, and he was, I think, 22, and I was 17. And my mother said, "He's too old for you anyway." And and now, okay, I'm thinking, see, it's gotten all turned around. Women should be marrying younger men.
Yes.
Because then they would live longer together.
Oh, I don't think.
Follow me?
No, because my husband's 11 years older than me, and surely he's going to outlive me. There's nothing wrong with him. But I think my son I call her my cougar daughter-in-law. It depends. I mean, you have to look at their lifeline and their family.
Oh, then you have to do research.
Yes, you have to check on what happened. My father-in-law died at 96 in a car accident. And the way my husband is driving, that's probably how he'll go, and I'll probably be sitting next to him, which is okay. But it is funny how when you see these movies or read these books, it's how do these women allow it? You know, and in the Mennonite community, they were having this talk about should they leave or should they stay. I mean, and I'm not talking about just a slap. I'm talking about a beating. My dinner's not on the table. I mean, just really nasty, cavemen type things.
Right.
And they have to wonder about leaving. So it kind of shakes you up to see that in this day and age.
But even in this day and age, we have abused women who put up with it.
Yes, yes. Yes, I worked in a women's shelter, a battered women's shelter, years before, and these women would come battered, bruised. They'd get a home here for a few weeks, and then if they stayed, we bought them furniture and everything new to set up housekeeping, and they went into an apartment, and the next thing you know, they came in with a black eye.
Yeah.
So. Who knows why they do that? I mean, I'll hit you back and knock you on the ground. But, you know.
But I think they don't know what else to do. I think that I have been in a relationship where I was verbally abused. And I had 2 children. I had obligations, I had things, I had a situation, I had no career, I had given up what I was doing in order to marry this person, and I didn't know what to do, and I stayed much longer than I should have done and put up with that because I didn't know what to do.
You don't know where to go, right? Well, I think we should start a Dear Abby call.
Okay. Chocolate. Oh, that's a better subject.
Yes,
chocolate.
Chocolate.
Who doesn't love chocolate?
I know. What is it, do you think, that people, I mean, it's like a thing in my brain. I have to have chocolate.
You have to have chocolate.
What is that? I mean, is it nutty? I mean,
is it nutty sometimes, or it can have, raisins in it?
Well, that's what this holiday is about. That's why there's so much candy in my house. That's why I probably gained 3 pounds. But after I watched the show last night, the Grammys, it's okay if my ass grows this big. It doesn't matter,
right? Because
they accept you the way you are.
But the good thing about chocolate, I went to my pulmonary doctor. I said, "Doctor, I hear that dark chocolate is good for your lungs. Is that true?" He said, "Yes." I said, "How much do you have to take to make it work?" He said, "As much as you want."
Okay. So I guess that's all we discussed today. Everything we talked about, all kinds of love and Valentine's Day. Are you doing anything special for Valentine's Day?
Not that I'm aware of.
So you're waiting for something to come. So if anybody out there is looking for a Valentine, here's Simone. I probably will get last year's Valentine and all that, but we did discuss it all, and we agree it's a wonderful, loving holiday. And now it's time to say goodbye. So we wish the village and the people of Leisure Village West to love each other, to come together and be one village of happy, loving people. We love you. Bye-bye.
Happy Valentine's.